Okay, was I the only one that thought that Virat never swore? Now please do remember, I am not a cricket fan, but what I am good at is teaching you English. So let's learn from the world's best cricketer at the moment how you can master English communication. Hi again. Now, I don't know anything about a cricket. I don't know what an over is. I don't know what a wicket means. It's those three stumps, right? Yes, exactly. But one thing I do know is how I can analyze people and then help you speak just like them too. Now, the thing about Virat is that he's always been pretty well spoken, right? And I've seen in tons of interviews of him where he's very comfortable in communicating in English. But he wasn't always like this per se. He was just like the rest of my audience when it comes to communicating in English. And I have the clip just to show you.
We have one of the cool youngsters standing here. Virat Kohli, welcome.
Thank you so much.
Okay, now we're going to do a yoga with you. Are you ready?
Yeah, absolutely.
He has no idea what that means.
The quickest date you've ever had.
Actually, I went on a blind date, which ended in about 5 minutes.
What?
I saw the girl and I ran away.
That is so mean. What was she just really unattractive?
She was ugly. I'm sorry, but she was ugly.
Okay, that's harsh but true, and that's what the youth is all.
Well, we can all very gladly say that we are happy that Virat has changed. That's not my Kohli. Jesus Christ. You can note that he talks in a very high pitch, talks super quickly, and my god, talks a lot of nonsense too. What's wrong with you? Why would you say that on TV?
Honestly. Okay, so if I was the blind date, would you stay?
Yes, for sure.
Woo! Saved. The quickest fight you've ever had.
I don't fight. Sorry.
He's a.
I don't fight. I know nothing about cricket, and I know that is a lie. Look at that face. That face is the face of a liar. Now, comparing that to how he speaks today, the difference, check it out yourself.
Anytime when we thought of, okay, this is the transition that's happening, it was so organic and natural. Things just kept getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and then we knew that we just wanted to be with each other.
We were talking a bit about this in the car, but what do you think you each have learned from one another?
Well, that's the one thing that people don't register, and I don't think they register till date, is that when you are with someone who's been at the same level as you in terms of being in the public eye, understanding the pressures of situations, they understand you so well, and you can literally speak to them about whatever's going on in your mind because they know exactly what you're saying.
That's actually a very good point. So, if you guys are single, try to find a partner that understands you. This is not a relationship. Okay, you can note that the biggest difference is that he still has his charisma, right? He's still talking in the same fluency that he was all those years ago. But you can note that he talks much more slower. He talks in a much more comfortable manner, and he speaks, honestly, much more comfortably, doesn't he? He's able to collect his thoughts so well that he never has to take a break when he's talking, because now he has become the part of that elite communications group where he can talk, think, and speak at the same time. It doesn't have to be like where he thinks and speaks. He doesn't have to translate from Hindi to English. He's actually thinking in English itself. Now, what can you particularly learn from this? Sadly, since Virat Kohli is amazing at cricket, there's not a lot of things that I can teach you when it comes to his communication style. It's just two simple things. But before I show you what that is, I need to show you another interview. This is an interview that was taken a long time ago, back when he was just becoming a very amazing cricket player, right? And one thing which I noted was that the interview is being taken and spoken and presented in English. But when it came to him, he's speaking in Hindi for some reason. I don't particularly understand why.
Cricket team in the years ahead. 15.
So that's him. He's already playing for the World Cup, by the way, Virat. He's already the captain. Okay, watch this.
Capital of India. It's a great place to be with your friends. There's loads to do, but perhaps most importantly, it's a great place to play cricket.
You think they asked him to speak in Hindi for some reason? Because we all know, even pretty sure they knew that he's more than capable of communicating in English. Why did they force him to speak in Hindi? I just don't understand. If you guys have any context, please let me know, because I needed to show you this.
Secrets, that's why he doesn't want to play. Shimla Bill. Chandni Chowk,
And that's the first thing that I'm going to teach you, is that most of us, we have one thing that's about us, right? For some of us, it's the sport that we play. For some of us, it's the job that we do. For some of us, it's the instruments that we play or the songs that we sing and stuff too. When these things become your entire personality, how are you able to communicate so that you magnetize people to listen to you? Practice what he's doing. Using jokes. A lot of us often try to sound super smart and professional and never try to make jokes a lot because it makes us look stupid. That's what you guys think. But instead, actually making sure that when you do open your mouth and you say a little bit of jokes, making people laugh, they'll remember you much more. So remember this, make as many jokes, respectively, as possible. And finally, what I'm going to teach you is this one speech that he said, which was really motivational. I'm going to watch the entire speech just to make sure that you follow along.
Candy packets, 40 pieces a packet. I would finish 3 packets a week. I was eating one of these, sleeping one of these. My habits were all over the place. And I finished that year. I remember I went home, came out of the shower first day, and I saw myself in the mirror and I was ashamed. It was literally, I saw myself and I thought, I'm looking at another human being, and I told myself, look, if you want to play cricket at the highest level, this is not the way that you can manage it.
And that's the next thing that I want to teach you. Human beings, especially Indians, they can seek inspiration from a lot of their idols. It could be celebrities, it could be the people that you know in your family, it could be the neighbors next door. But there's no better motivator for an Indian or for a human being than looking at themselves in the mirror and telling to themselves, I am not the person that I want to be. And once you really start to accept that, that is honestly the time when your life starts to change. That's when you really learn that, okay, now I need to start changing, because I'm sure that Virat must have seen so many other cricketers that were doing much more better than him. And yet those people never influenced him to start taking decisions for himself. Instead, once he noticed himself in the mirror and he was like, okay, I'm not happy with the person who I am, that's when he really started to change. Now, this can be applied to any aspect in life, not just speaking English. But since I'm an English teacher, you need to start talking to yourself as often as possible. It could be in front of a mirror, it could be in front of a camera, or it could just be to yourself once while you're working. But when you do start talking to yourself, you're going to start noticing that, God, I suck at X, grammar. I need to improve Y, vocabulary. Once you start noticing that these are the things that you need to improve, that's when real change happens. Because right now you must be thinking, I need to improve English. But that's not the case. English is 10 other things. You may be good at 8 of those things and you only need to study 3 things, 2 things. English teacher, not maths teacher. But that's the next thing which you need to learn from Virat Kohli, which is self-assessment. This can be used in all aspects of your life, but especially in English. What celebrity would you like me to react to next? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this, leave a subscribe button.